Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I've been talking about the US democracy for some time, US style democracy, and I was talking about the lobbies, I was talking about the campaign donations, I was talking about the special interests, how these guys, pull and push the things around. And we have here an article from the GRIO, I think it's called. It's a African American, I would say, media outlet. So be careful, you can't call this in any way, which since they say something, but let's get into it and see what's going on. We have this big, how do you call it, special interest lobby group, which is AIPAC. And AIPAC, according to the GRIO, I think that's how it's called, says that AIPAC, that's the biggest Jewish lobby organization, so AIPAC seeks to unseat congressional Black Caucus members over Israel. Welcome to America. And I'm quoting, "This is shameful," said a Messiah Cross, Democratic strategist, tells the GRIO. So AIPAC seeks to unseat congressional Black Caucus members over Israel. Israel is a different country, remember. All right, let's move on. Let's get on this down there. I don't know what this is. So let's go here to this. She continued, this person who's talking right here. And let's go and get her name. I think it's the same one they said. Democratic strategist Amisha Cross told the GRIO, "I believe this is shameful." She said so, not me. She continued, and I'm quoting, "AIPAC is a very large organization, a very well-funded organization, one that has also experienced a lot of Black support from not only various CBC members, but also state and local government leaders who happen to be Black." End quote. Last week, the pro-Israel lobbying group announced that it would spend upwards of $100 million to unseat all 8 members of the so-called, quote-unquote, squad in the 2024 midterm elections. The squad includes Representatives Jamal Bowman, Democrat of New York Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota Ayanna Pressley, Democrat of Massachusetts, Summer Lee, Democrat of Pennsylvania, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat of New York, and Rashida Tlaib, Democrat of Michigan. So you're telling me, according to this person, that Israel will have such a power to try to unseat members of, I don't know, the party? So based on their view on Israel, that's democracy, right? They are about to use $100 million. So that means they're going to fund counter candidates. Or maybe change opinions somehow. Democracy in America. A spokesperson for Priestley told the GRIO, and I'm quoting, "AIPAC has become a right-wing group that spends millions in Republican donor money to silence anyone who advocates for the dignity, humanity, and rights of Palestinians, Israeli, and all people." Priestley, you're an idiot, I tell you that, but you're elected. An elected idiot. Can you tell me, Priestley, out of 100% of the Jewish vote, how much goes to the Democrats and how much goes to the Republicans? Well, when you get that answer, you idiot, you tell me what side is AIPAC, left wing or right wing. Now, if it's a right wing, then the Jews in the United States of America will vote right wing, but they don't. And she is an elected official in the tarred electoral cesspool. It's unsurprising that they would target progressive women of color with strong support in their districts and whose advocacy for ceasefire is overwhelmingly supported the American public, said Priestley's spokesperson. They think that it has logic here. Now they ask for logic. after they are the, Anyway, Cross said AIPAC's campaign against the squad is, and I'm quoting, heart-wrenching because of the fact it speaks to something deeper. So why don't you have, I don't know, Kanye West come with $100 million and help you? Oh, he's an anti. I got it. He can't. He's an outcast. And I'm quoting, it is a step towards something that is largely being funded by conservatives. Shut the hell, to knock off black leaders. Well, if you want to be fair, my beautiful people, if you want to be fair and you want to be tards in the same time, because in this case, fairness, they equate it with equity, then you should go like this. Let's look in the population. In the population, we have, let's say, 50% blondes and 50% brunettes. Or in the population, we have 50% blue-eyed, let's say 30% brown eyes, and 20% we have green eyes. So that should be represented in the Congress to be equitable. So the same thing with the black lawmakers. In order to be equitable, we're gonna have 12% in Congress, which is 12. I'm talking about Senate, 12, right? Then we're gonna have what, 1 or 3% Jewish, which is about what, 2%, 3% at the most. I don't think it's 3%, but anyway, Jewish, right? Representation, not 10 or 12 or 13, right? If you go by that, and then you have to have Romanians too. You have to have, I know, Albanians, you have to have Russians. If we are to be so idiots in order to be equitable, then where are we going to go? You know where we're going to go. But the thing is not like that. It's just we want to get rid of you. We're going to get in power and then pay you back. And the payback is going to be not a good one. See what happened. If you don't believe me, this is what I envision, unfortunately, negatively, not envision. I foresee happening. When or if that happens, we already have in charge of the U.S. military, go and check them out. Look at the massacre or the genocide, how you want to call it, in Haiti. Haiti. Look at it. I think 1800 or something, massacre in Haiti, the country, yeah, that country. And find out what happened over there with the French population. All right? So, and if you want to study it deeper, find out how did they get to have the power in order to do that to the French population. And you're going to see that maybe, whomever is kicked in the teeth or has the impression that is being kicked in the teeth by the neighbor all the time, when gets the power, is going to go straight to the neighbor and is going to hang him. Well, and believe me, not believe me, that's not me, science says that the allies will be behind lust. That's how they do it. They're going to use you until they take care of the other people and they say, you're part of them, you too. History gives us some examples on that one. Study the Haiti example and then maybe you're going to look at life differently. And if it looks the same way, well, I hope you're an ally. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, what do you think about this one? AIPAC. Well, as we know, these guys are victims, but somehow they have, or at least seems to have, so much power. I know that you can't be a victim and at the same time have so much power. You have a lot of senators, you have a lot of billionaires, you have a lot of things over there. So how are you a victim? Maybe you were in the past. Other people were too. My friends, you see how they eat one another? And they're not eating in that sense, if you know what I mean. They're eating one another in a different way because they don't have values. Their values are situational. Therefore, when they are for a victim, in this case the victim is some other that is the politically correct one, they're gonna jump, hey, the Palestinians are the victims. Well, values are out the window right now because we have to look differently at the situation. But when you are together about looking at the victims being the victims of the oppressors, Europeans, for instance, they all agree with that. But in this case, the value of oppressor, and that goes away, for instance, in what's going on right now in Gaza. So we'll see. We'll see. Good job. Good job. I'm waiting for AIPAC to unseat all those guys and put whomever people that would bid, they will do their bidding, will be in place, because that's how democracy works. That's how democracy works. I don't like you, I'm going to unseat you with money. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.